Well, you give him a fist bump, Steve. He loves the fist bump. I listen, Steve, everybody. Steve, we have folks all the way from Guyana that speak better English than me.
We're in Guyana. We're in
Okay, so we're in countdown mode.
We'll show you.
Okay. Get down, Steve. They're shooting at us. Joyce. It's my friend Joyce. She just had a birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Hi, buddy.
Hello, how are you? Eric.
Eric?
Yes, sir. Very nice to meet you.
What is the event for the party? What's your name? I didn't meet you.
So, Katie, you can see our timings right in front of you.
Okay.
What is it? Is this like an anniversary or something?
It's just our yearly fundraiser.
Oh,
And
good.
so it's our spring fundraiser, and we're trying to get it this way because of, COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a live
Come
video
on.
that Eric made that will play.
Oh, great.
And then it's
You
and
know what?
Lenny.
You know what might be fun? Hey, Lenny. Come on over for a second. You know what might be fun is if we do it together. Just work off.
Okay, great. I love it. Top of line here.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
Are you going to stand or are you going to sit?
Are we going through into the camera?
Yes.
The camera, are we talking into the camera?
Yeah, you're going to talk. You're going to speak right in here,
Sit back.
wherever you want to.
Yellow around.
I'll take it, but I don't want it. I've learned to compromise.
That's a good thing to have in life. I don't have it like that. You'll have to teach us.
Come on.
You have like
3 minutes away.
4:29.
Okay.
You can see right there. So it's a little bit delayed. So you're gonna. That's. I have to tell you and Steve this too.
Steve.
Yeah.
Don't get thrown off because this is delayed. I want you guys to just do everything in real time. Try not to play off of that because by the time it goes through
I'm
there,
gonna turn this off
Yeah.
after.
just be
The last time he was gone.
Oh, Eric Watson.
Now he's here. Well, we were doing a fundraiser and Eric was in another location.
And you were the voice of God?
and I was doing basically what I'm doing now, but just remotely.
Did you do it as good as Morgan Freeman?
No, I did it much better.
There you go. Yes, he
Oh,
did.
God.
Yes,
God.
he did.
You didn't have all that one. Oh, you did.
I just covered it up.
Did
A
we?
lot of work.
Yes.
Who's eating it online? This little boy
You'll be
eating
able to hear from here.
Okay, but we'll be here.
Yeah. You can, but it will be reverberating. It will be delayed.
So we'll just hear it from here.
And
I
to
need
watch,
somebody to-
watch here, listen here because it's a delay. That's what it is.
What is this on?
Facebook and Now, everyone is not super duper strong, but
I did because
yes.
Is there a way to do
Here, Joyce, I have one right here. That's cool.
That's
No, don't plug anything.
No, I mean like the SIM card.
Oh.
Get away from me.
I make her pick a ball. Alright. I don't want you to choke him on my hands.
That's a balloon, right?
Yeah.
I want to show up and shot at
Yeah, another balloon.
So just kind of.
Oh my God, who's this little guy? What's your name? Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your name?
Smiling.
What is it? What's
No,
your
you
name?
know your name. Don't be
Nathan.
Nathan.
All right, Nathan, nice to meet you, buddy.
That's God's brother.
Yeah.
That's this guy's
Carter,
brother?
yeah.
How old are you?
Show him how many.
5.
You're 5?
No.
It's God, right?
Yes,
You'll be
mother.
5.
It's
Thank
God.
God you're not this many. If you were only 4, boy, that'd be too young.
Today's God is David Lee Bell, who's last street. Isn't that exciting?
We're dealing with some bubbles, but we're good.
That's great.
Grade 4.
I know for the last time I had a good
This
date.
is my specialty, bartender.
I don't know if you do. I'll give you a C.
You know, I'm working on it.
It's not live until like 7:20. So.
Where are you folks?
Everything is okay.
We're
Everything
like-
is okay. You can go morning, we can have it till then.
Yeah, of course. I know it's the slowest countdown in history.
I thought it was frozen.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit delayed, so
All right.
it's actually a little bit after 7, but I'm just gonna let the countdown.
That's whatever you say.
Eric, please. I don't need an attitude.
I am Morgan Freeman after all. So, if you want to connect to, you want to connect here?
I don't care. But I don't want your thing. I'm just thinking if I can hear it somehow this way.
Well, you're gonna hear it. There's no issue of you hearing it. It's just it's gonna be delayed. That's all.
All right, that's fine. I'm excited to hear it and see it.
Mhm.
So it'll be seen on there,
Yeah,
but we'll hear it from here.
because otherwise it would be because
Yeah.
it's delayed.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it.
All right, I'm gonna start this.
He says, "Oh, he's standing right behind you."
Oh my God, that's funny.
So is it good?
My friend John Gavin is working on
Oh, okay.
a cruise ship,
Yeah.
and it's no place. So
We started it because we're after 7.
In the beginning,
Do you have children from another place too?
Oh boy.
another country.
New Hampshire,
New Hampshire.
Knuckles from New
who's
Hampshire.
from New Hampshire?
Knuckles.
You're from New Hampshire?
No.
The little one, Hayden.
Hey, the little guy gave you a
Okay.
fist bump.
These folks are from Connecticut.
Okay, guys, I'm having a bit of an issue because the video has frozen.
We're froze? We're froze?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, no problem.
I may come to you, Lenny, because I may have to restart this video.
Steve, are you gonna join me?
Okay, yeah, want me now?
Yeah, we're gonna start.
Okay.
When you get a chance.
Lenny said he may have to restart, so we have to fill in
Okay, that's no problem.
the delay.
All right.
Yeah, and all I have to do
So listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come to you right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna restart this video. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
It's all internet dependent. That's always the hardest part. I'm sorry about this, guys.
I was gonna say, in my early days, I practiced doing that, so. But this food is good. Did everybody eat?
I'm glad that you like it. Joyce and I made it.
Have some cake.
That's a
Great baking, very impressive.
Have some cake.
Cake, oh my God. When you lose the weight, unbelievable. All right.
Okay, so stand by, everybody.
Okay,
Stand by,
I got you. You're not going anywhere.
stand by a man and show the world you love him. Horrible, huh? You kids, close your ears when I sing, huh? I need to look at him. Okay.
At least you can carry it too.
You can't carry it to me.
Oh, you can carry it right out to the car.
What are all these signs? Do they have some kind of meaning?
We have a stand-up paddle group that does simple around the cross-country day. Raises a lot of money. Stuff like that.
And Chris Evans, another very good friend. Facebook Live, but our hearts are in the right place, and sooner or later we'll get our face on the camera, Steve.
Are we on the air? So to
Yeah,
speak?
yeah, we are.
Eric?
I believe so.
God, I hope so.
You
because-
believe so?
I
The guy's
believe
running
so.
the thing. We have to go to his beliefs.
Well, we're celebrating.
Celebrating.
God, we're ringing the bell today. Because when you ring the bell, it means it's time to party.
What does the bell mean, Ryan?
Well, the bell means that his car has finished his treatment for right now. and
How about a round of applause for Clarke? So you live in Connecticut, Carter, and that's what you call yourself is Carter. But now you're in Boston, so what we're gonna call you is Carter. Yeah! Carter. Carter, Harvard Yard for Carter.
How about you? What time is it in Indiana right now? Same time?
Yes?
Yeah, and they speak English better than I do.
Of course, you're from Boston. We don't speak English. Like in Boston, did you eat? No, did you become G?
No, Jew.
No, Jew?
Yep.
Put the texting away, please.
Yeah.
This is what we have to
She's
deal with in
working.
audiences all the time.
Well, she could be
She's
emergency
working.
though.
I don't
she's
care,
working.
because the
Oh,
comedian,
no, but she's working for you.
the comedian of the future, he'll have a cell phone, he texts a joke, and the audience texts back LOL. What kind of a show is that,
A horrible show.
right?
But
Am I right, Carter?
But
Carter! Am I right?
But I must say,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
defense of Emma and Dominic are working on promoting this. So everything Emma does is promoting you, promoting Christopher's Haven.
Okay, I like the fact that you're putting yourself out to mediate the problems that
Okay, so-
I have.
Okay.
Was all that wasted?
No, yes, no.
Yes, no, yes, no.
Well, come back here.
So you're good. So go ahead. They are seeing you right now.
Okay,
You're on TV.
can you grab that thing, the water or whatever it is?
Yeah, look
Thank you very
at
much.
Look at the screen.
Now,
You're there.
Steve,
Yes,
if you notice the screen, if you sit down and make a
I'm sorry.
handsome face, all right? I think it's gonna work out.
I'm sorry, folks, I have a little coughing and cold and not, I'm over it. I've been drinking the NyQuil, you know, the green champagne, the NyQuil. Wake up in the
I
wake
think-
up in the same position you fell asleep in, and then you have a nice shot of Dayquil.
Get you up and going.
Absolutely. And
Well,
then-
you look terrific.
yeah,
I
thanks.
want you to introduce the video if you can.
Okay, now we have a video. This is, of course, a fundraiser for Christopher's Haven. And we're gonna run a little video now to
Yeah,
show you the wonderful things that are done here and the children that have come through.
all right.
Okay?
Well, come on, Mr. Big Shot. Let's see it.
Okay, roll that tape.
In the beginning, we wanted to find a place to house families that have kids that were going through treatment for cancer because we saw the need at Mass General when families were coming in from out of town and they had no place to stay and couldn't afford to stay anyplace. So we thought about housing first. So we opened our first apartment in 2006 right here in the West End. It was great, and then we opened up a couple more and moved them closer together. And it was so important for them to, they saw each other and they just got wide-eyed and were so excited to see somebody else in their situation that they could talk to. We have just opened up a Christopher's Haven in Atlanta. The Emory Proton Center opened about a year and a half ago. When I wrote to them and asked them if they had this need, the Dr. Eaton there had actually trained at Mass General and was, when she got the letter, she just jumped up and said, Christopher's Haven, because she knew what it was and she knew how important it was to the families here. So the idea of having something like that at their brand new Proton Center was pretty exciting.
What is so incredible about having experienced proton radiation with my son and staying at Christopher's Haven is that I can see and anticipate maybe what a family needs. And I definitely know.
I break
Okay.
I'm sure Eric will push a magic button and we'll come back.
If only,
Yeah, here we go. We're coming back.
if only.
Only the lonely.
I opened for it.
All the kids are saying, I wish that man would stop singing.
But they love your stuff. It makes them feel good about themselves.
Olivia knows. All right,
So if you guys turn and face and speak.
Of course.
okay.
Oh, my, are we on again?
Yeah, we're on again.
Oh,
So I want you to give them a little bit of a recap of what's happened here the last couple of minutes. Ask them to be.
We have been dealing with problems with the internet. And our good friend Eric has worked like a fiend to get us back up because we're trying to raise money for Christopher's Haven, which is over at Charles Bank with the sign you
Do you
said.
happen to know the origin of the name?
Christopher's Haven?
Yes.
It had something to do with a guy named Christopher, evidently.
We
No?
made it up. We made it up to represent all of the children.
Oh, so no one, so no one felt left out.
Right.
Yeah, so Christopher could have been Steve, but you were
You know
probably.
what, Olivia? So they named this place Christopher's Haven.
Look at the camera.
Can you please talk to me in a civilized way? Look at the camera. My mother. All right, look. So Olivia, they named this place Christopher's Haven so that no one would be left out. Does that make sense to you?
Well,
We did. Why couldn't they name it Joe's Haven?
why couldn't they have it Olivia's head?
Olivia.
Olivia, or Aiden, how about Aiden, all the way from Ghana? Right?
Aiden is an Irish name.
No, and Ghana is French too, am I right? No French? Guyana. Oh.
He can yell at you even through the mask. Diana, you stupid jerk!
Yeah, pick it up. We're good.
Guyana.
At 7:30, we're gonna show the video to let people
Okay,
know.
all right, we can do that.
We're gonna show the video.
That's in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So for 3 minutes, we have to entertain. And you know where Guyana is?
of course I do. What part of Guyana are you from? And what's the name of the town? Oh yeah, what street? I read that.
You know a guy named Al?
Yeah. So anyway, this is a wonderful thing that these people are doing here. They work hard and they're committed to a very important cause.
And there are over 14 rooms on this floor alone.
Unbelievable. You
And
know what?
they put the entire family up so they can stay with the kids.
Well, there's a lot of families that would like to get away from their kids, but we're not gonna bring that up. But this is an important thing that people are doing. And, there's so much politics and issues and the country is so divided. So when you find something that everybody can agree on and contribute to, it's a nice thing. So I
Well,
wanted to
that's what
congratulate
we're
you.
trying to do tonight, to get people to help us help the children. So if every donation you make goes right to Christopher's Haven. And if you ever want to come by and see it, we'd love to have you come by, because then we'd probably hook you. Because once you see how beautiful these children are and what they're doing to save these beautiful kids, I think you might want to get involved
I
even
don't
more.
think it's a good idea to have people coming in here. You don't know who they are. Wandering the hallway.
Well, now, maybe you're right.
You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
so don't come by. Just send a check. No, but I am serious. A lot of people that have come by
Yeah.
have seen the great work that's done here and the beautiful children that come from all around the world, and they say, I want to be involved with this even more. We have Emily, who came all the way from Connecticut, as a volunteer. Did you know that?
A little attitude.
It's her first day. The kids love it. The kids love it.
Well, that's all that matters. Aiden's got mixed feelings. He likes, what's her name? Emily.
Emily, yes.
When Emily is in the right mood. Hello. Hello. No, I think that, the criticism of Christopher's Haven about having too many people from Connecticut, I don't think it's justified.
Well, there's no borders here. There's no borders. They can come from Connecticut.
Well, whenever I think of Connecticut,
Yes.
You know, I never think of Connecticut. There's something about Connecticut that it just doesn't.
I think what we're
I
gonna
don't
do,
have an image.
hey Steve, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna run the tape.
Run the tape.
Run the tape to show everybody the great work they do here.
All right.
Okay?
I'm watching.
In the beginning, we wanted to find a place to house families that have kids that were going through treatment for cancer because we saw the need at Mass General when families were coming in from out of town and they had no place to stay and couldn't afford to stay anyplace. So we thought about housing first. So we opened our first apartment in 2006 right here in the West End. It was great, and then we opened up a couple more and moved them closer together. And it was so important for them to, they saw each other and they just got wide-eyed and were so excited to see somebody else in their situation that they could talk to. We have just opened up a Christopher's Haven in Atlanta. The Emory Proton Center opened about a year and a half ago. When I wrote to them and asked them if they had this need, the Dr. Eaton there had actually trained at Mass General and was, when she got the letter, she just jumped up and said, Christopher's Haven, because she knew what it was and she knew how important it was to the families here. So the idea of having something like that at their brand new Proton Center was pretty exciting.
What is so incredible about having experienced proton radiation with my son and staying at Christopher's Haven is that I can see and anticipate maybe what a family needs. And I definitely know that a family needs to feel welcomed and to feel supported. And with those two things, you can really watch a family touch down and find that home away from home that they're so desperately looking for.
Imagine as a parent, this is your child and you have other children that you now have to think about and schools and uprooting your life. It's an impossible task to then still carry on and be a mother, a spouse, or a dad and a partner. Whatever your situation, you can't play all those roles at the same time. And so at Christopher's Haven, we can take care of the basic needs. And you can come and all you have to do is focus on being a patient and coming through as strong as you can. And you're going to be surrounded by people going through the same thing.
The comfort of being close to their hospital. You know, they're coming back and forth every day and maybe their child is unwell and they don't want to get in a car. And you're 2 minutes from the door of our hospital. And if they need to go to an emergency room in the middle of the night, they don't have to call an ambulance. They just push a wheelchair across the street or, you know, they don't have to get in a car. So that's a huge relief. And then I think after they've been here, the thing I hear most is about that connection with other families and how therapeutic it is to be with other parents who have kids with cancer, for the kids with cancer to be with other kids with cancer, and for the siblings and just, you know, even like I said, sometimes grandparents, other family members. It's a community of therapy for the whole family.
What did it feel like when you first came into Christopher's Haven?
Yeah, so I was nervous and shy and I couldn't really talk. Yeah, so I wasn't very social, but I felt more like home as time passed by.
You and your brother are violinists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when you came here, you both brought your violin.
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Well, we were allowed to practice here.
What do you mean allowed?
Well, we could practice, even though, well, in hotels and other places like that, you can't because it would disturb other people, but here you could.
Well, that day, Leon went to have the MRI, and I think after a while, he was in the MRI. They changed MRI. They changed machine because I think they wanted a machine that was a bit more precise. So, but I didn't know that at the time. So it took longer and had to wait and wait and wait, and finally we saw the radiologist, and I was alone with her, I think, and she told me that no, they found a tumor in his brain that was the size of a clementine, and at the time I was just it was just too much. I just passed out.
The next day we went to meet the surgeon, and then it was just about getting prepared. And at the time we didn't know whether it was malignant or not, so we were still kind of thinking maybe he'll just have the surgery and that'll be the end of it. So there was a lot of confusion about what was going to happen.
Then we met with the neurosurgeon who was going to do the surgery, and yeah, he explained everything. We saw all the images.
I couldn't process what I was hearing, and when the doctor was saying stuff, they're saying a lot of stuff you don't really want to believe, and he kept saying, "It's going to be okay, Mom. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to have the surgery. I'm going to take it out. It's going to be okay." He was 10. At the moment, I felt like I was not going to be able to deal with it. Like in that moment, it was like, I can't do it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just want to disappear. Like I don't know what to do. The first time I heard about Christopher's Haven was when we came here before Leon was going to treatment. We were coming just for a few days to, he had another MRI, I think, and people were asking us where we were going to stay. We hadn't gotten a lot of information back home, and we were staying in a hotel, and I believe it was probably Dr. McDonald, I guess, who had said, "Are you going to be staying at Christopher's Haven?" And I said, "What's Christopher's Haven?" And then she told me about it, and we went back to the hotel, and I went to the website, and I remember reading the website and saying to Denis, "We have to go to this place, see, you have to make it happen." So he called Katie, and Katie said, "Yes."
What were some highlights that happened that involved your violin?
I was practicing Sonata No. 9 by Corelli, and that was also the piece that I played on stage at the BSO.
Whoa, that's big time. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it felt great. It had a great acoustic, and we were listening to pieces the orchestra was playing, and then after that, the concertmaster, I think, invited me to play on stage, and then after that we went backstage and played some duets.
Christopher's Haven is really a second home, and we're so welcome, and Katie is so wonderful, and everybody, the volunteers are really taking care of us, and there's activities and always something arranged so that we feel busy, and our mind is taken off that treatment, and yeah, it's the best decision is to stay here during treatment.
So Kaden, can you tell me or walk me through what happened when you were first diagnosed?
So when we found out that I had cancer, we were in a room with a doctor, and they looked at my MRIs, and we saw dum-dum in my head. And then they explained to me that it was cancer, and I was very emotional. I was crying. I was very angry. It was a hard time for me.
So I remember reaching out to Katie at the planning stages of coming to Boston to Christopher Haven. And from the first text message, Katie made it such a beautiful experience. Answering any questions, didn't matter what time it was, and just giving the information that we needed to make everything possible.
Matt had did a lot of research on Christopher's Haven, and we didn't know it was an apartment, though. We thought it was going to be like a hotel.
We thought it was going to be like our Toronto room.
Our tiny Toronto room, yes.
The minute that we opened that door and just seeing the layout, and it felt like we were a home away from home. It took a lot of the planning and a lot of the hesitation and the stress off of us as a family coming up to make it easier to take care of our son while we were here.
So actually coming here to an apartment and actually feeling like it was a whole other home made the process actually really fun.
Christopher Haven and Katie and everybody who is part of the community here made it such an easy transition from Canada to the United States. Everything from showing up, walking into a fully furnished apartment. We did not know what we were to expect walking in.
It's been so hard, and I hate to say it, a lot of it was negative. Like, it was negative. It was him staying in the hospital and watching him be sick and away from everyone and secluded, and then coming here, it felt like coming to a whole other family. So you're coming to family. You leave yours behind, but you have some here. And even Katie, I'll take you with me forever. So they're gonna be okay. And this is the best place to be okay.
What would you tell kids that also just got diagnosed?
Stay strong and you'll get through this.
So my name is Amanda. This is Carter, and he is receiving treatment, proton therapy at Mass General, and he has a total of 6 weeks of treatment here in Boston. So we heard about Christopher's Haven through our hospital in Connecticut, CCMC. They recommended this location as a possibility that we would be eligible for. We were receiving treatment with Carter for 6 weeks, so it was a great location right across from the hospital, very convenient option for an apartment to stay long term. For the first few weeks, I moved in, my husband moved us in, and then it was just Carter and I, and it was kind of lonely. You know, I'm a big walker, so I've been up and down the Charles River, you know, I don't know how many steps. But we've been out, tried to be outside as much, but then on the rainy days and the windy days, you know, being inside was just kind of lonely. So once we had a chance, we met some, in the coming weeks as we were here, we had met some of the other moms who were also staying here alone with their children. And we're all going through the same thing. I hope that all hospitals or all agencies are able to share this with families. I would say that it's such a convenient location, number one. I mean, we, you know, every day our routine looks like walking across the street. I mean, it's no driving, no city driving, no traffic, not driving here every morning for treatment. And it makes what you're going through a lot less, you know, of a struggle. Let's see, how about community and friends/family? Nice. Out with a bang!
And at the very end is the loft. And so it's a big space. It's a 2-bedroom apartment converted into this community space and our offices. And there's lots of toys and scooters and a huge big blue couch, TVs, electronics, anything that you could want, or that a kid could want maybe, is in this room just waiting.
So the loft is, we actually call it the playroom mostly. Because that's just another location for us to regroup and kind of have new toys to play with and kind of have a different scenery. But it definitely means an extended family down the hall and just another location for activities and people from the outside coming in to see us, and it's just good to have other people to meet.
The first time I came into the loft, it was big and wonderful. I walked in and I just saw so many nice, cool things just around. And I was just having lots of fun. There was food, and it was just a really good experience coming in here for the first time. And now that time has passed, it's been even better.
There has been a shift. Mass General is so specialized and does such a great job that we get some of the tougher cases here because it's a great place to get this treatment. So the shift that I have seen is in the difficulties for some of the families. They've got a little tougher, which is of course a bigger reason to need more support.
Huge blessing for our family. Even just furniture or tickets to go do something in Boston, or toys or books or movies, has really just made your experience be more like home and not so of a medical journey.
Okay. Oh, the other
Brady.
sponsors. Now, Steve. Yes.
Yes.
I want to thank all our sponsors. For donating
sure.
the money, and well,
Well,
listen.
this is a silent auction.
It's a silent, but
All
they
right,
want
now
you to
listen.
talk about it.
This is, everybody listen to me. This is a silent auction. That means we all have we all have to be very, very silent. Yeah. Okay. 7 nights. 7 nights. What did I just say, everybody?
7 nights, 5-star,
all inclusive
at a
private resort.
Now, who do you share it with?
You can share this stay with up to 14 people.
Wow. Now, who prepares the food?
No, but wait a minute.
Okay.
If any of the 14 people fart or have bad breath, I would suggest you invite other people. The top chef prepared the food.
Ooh, ocean views?
There's ocean views and it's private beach.
Oh my God, that's fabulous.
Now, for those of you from Connecticut, this is in Brockton, Mass. So, no, I'm kidding. Okay, it's a top chef. Wait a minute, please. Who's in charge of these freaking cue cards?
It's Steve, I'm doing the best I can.
This
That's
is
Kate.
Katie with her freaking secrets.
Yes.
She's on the video with these gowns and long sleeves. Look at her arms.
Yeah, tattooed up.
She looks like Captain Jack from Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay. 7 nights at a 5-star, all-inclusive private resort. You can share this stay with up to 14 people.
Right.
Top chef.
Provided food, yeah. Private beach.
Private beach. Oh my God. So go to the next card, please. I cannot work with these people. Okay. Oh, no. But what do you think people should start the bidding at?
Oh, they've already done it. They've been bidding on it,
That's worth a lot of money.
That's it.
Okay.
And you know what? And they're gonna probably bid a lot after the way you described it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Believe
What do
me.
you got for us now?
No, you go ahead.
Oh well, 2 floor seats at a Celtics game next season. Can't do it right now because we're in the playoffs and playing the Heat, and then we're down to Miami.
Celtics are going all the way.
Well, yeah. And you can go and sit at 2 great seats at the Celtics, donated by probably one of our fabulous sponsors, Chris Malloy. Isn't he great? He's fantastic.
It's about time he did something. You know, Chris has this attitude of like, I've got floor seats and you don't.
I know. Listen, this looks good.
2-night getaway.
Right.
To Maine.
Right.
At the Stage Neck Inn with dinner and gift cards. But what town is the Stage Neck Inn?
York, Maine.
No, but you don't just say the state. Maine has many cities. Can we please get a little more specific with our silent auction items?
Well,
poor people, they get the tickets and I'm in Maine. Now I'm looking for the place. The Stage Neck Inn. Right, Grady? You don't care. Your mouth is full. You're reading. That's fine. Okay. Have you seen Grady's socks?
Yeah, they're
Look at
great.
those
I
socks.
saw them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, 2 member tickets to the U.S. Open. So that means
What is
that,
this?
Well, it's a once in a lifetime deal,
Oh.
right? I mean,
well, once in this lifetime, but if you believe in reincarnation, the next lifetime, you could be going everything.
you know, you're right. When you look at it that way, it
When
gives
you
you
look
hope.
at it, this is the power of karma
All right.
from India.
Now,
Okay.
members tickets. Obviously, this is someone who's a member at the Brookline Golf Course
Oh, my
Country
God.
Club,
Yeah.
because they're having the U.S. Open there, and they haven't had it there in how many years, Dominic?
Once in a lifetime.
Maybe more. No, I think this is the first time.
Says
they've had it.
once in a lifetime.
All right, so they haven't had it probably
Do-
since
do you
they
know
made
that-
the
do
movie.
You know that song?
Once in a lifetime.
This is Anthony Newley. For this is my moment.
How about Once in a Lifetime by David Byrne? This is not my beautiful wife.
You may find yourself
in a beautiful house.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, here, tell me what this is.
This is dinner for 6.
How many people?
6 at Capo's in South Boston.
Oh, and they
Now,
do comedy there too.
if you're really a glutton, then just go with 2 and eat the amount of food that they would have for 6. But
Or
there is
take 4 and then have 2 to take home.
yeah, takeout. That's
Right.
right. Yeah. Okay. Chris Evans.
Oh, Chris Evans. Now, Chris Evans has been a big supporter of Christopher's Haven
Yeah.
for years and years and years. He's good friends with Joyce and Katie, and he's going to sign a Buzz Lightyear toy. Now, the brand new one that he's the voice. So, and I mean, you can see all the posters that as a matter of fact, I think he's also doing something else for us. He's a fantastic, and his mother's a hot
Yeah,
ticket,
but you know what? There was a conflict between Katie and Chris Evans.
Was there?
And the cops came, and there was like a.
These kids don't need to know this. Listen. Anyway, Chris Evans, fabulous Chris Evans, Captain America, and now Buzz Lightyear.
The SWAT squad and
All right.
everything.
Now we have Red Sox tickets that are
Red
in the.
Sox. Hey, you want me to do David Ortiz?
Yes, I do.
All right, you interview me. I'll be David Ortiz.
So, David, you know, you had a great game tonight. You had 3 home runs. Fabulous job. How do you do it?
Sometimes when you get up to the bay, you always got a bokeh. You bokeh. 2 years ago, they thought I was doing steroids. They were not steroids. They were dopamine. You got a bokeh. The ball pitch on the inside, you got to hit the ball in the inside. The ball pitch on the outside, you hit the ball. And all the fans, they're yelling out the chanky sock. But I got a bokeh.
And I'm glad you do, David.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so we have Red Sox tickets. I don't
Red
know.
Sox tickets.
It's in the private auction that the people have been looking over.
Yep.
And that'll tell you how many and when you can go. And all right. Oh, yeah. I'm getting like him.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, 2 Red Sox. Well, we have Red Sox tickets. Now, this is 2 member tickets to the country club for a practice round at the U.S. Open.
Oh, my God.
Right, so you're going to have the pros practicing, and you get to go and see them, touch them, feel
you'll
them.
get to play.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Is this an important cause?
Yeah, it's a great cause.
They should let the winners of this, the people that bid on this,
Play
in the U.S. Open. That's how I feel.
Well, you know, Steve, that
Yes.
would raise a lot of money.
Yeah,
And
it certainly would.
it's a fantastic idea. I just don't think it's going to happen this year.
Well,
maybe
I'll
next
tell
time
you
they
one
come
thing,
back.
Lenny.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, there's luxury box seats at the for the Celtics game for next year for 12 people.
All right. Luxury suite.
Why do I
For the-
always feel like she's yelling at me?
She's such a good person. You know, she just opened up a new Christmas Haven in Atlanta. Joyce is the real deal. But she wanted everyone to know that there is a luxury booth.
Of luxury box seats.
Box. A
See how
luxury.
she corrects you?
Well, yeah,
It's
but
like stern. It's like, it's a box. It's
All
a
right.
box.
Okay.
All right.
I'm here to defend myself.
Okay. All right.
I'm here to defend myself. It's a luxury box suite at the Celtics for 12 people.
I thought you said it was the Red Sox.
No.
Jesus, party at 12.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's what's the starting price there?
We're bid. Well, the last
Mid-
time I saw, we were up to 7,500.
It's valued at $12,500.
But you can't get it. But you can't. Here's the big thing. You can't get it. This is your only chance to buy it. If you walked in off the street, you couldn't buy it.
Right. And it's up to $7,500 right now.
So if someone said 10,000, they probably walk away with it right
Yeah,
this
it's worth
minute.
12. Worth $12,000. So it's a big deal.
Right.
Wow.
And if you've ever been in a box at any of the stadiums, it's a blast.
Wonderful.
Your own bathroom. I love that.
You know what? I
And
wanted
food.
I wanted to stay there and sleep there, but they said you have to leave.
There's another game.
Right.
You're only
But
good
you
for
know,
one
we're
game.
having a problem with the silent auction.
No one's talking.
They're too loud, these people. They're yelling, they're screaming.
Well, listen,
Yes.
even if you don't see something you like in the auction
You
item,
can still donate.
yes, you can. It's Christopher Haven.
Jeez, what are you going to spend it on? Mayonnaise? Come on.
Help these kids. Help these people. Help these children. So is there a Christopher Haven?
Help Grady get new
.org or
socks.
Christopher Haven?
Christopher'sHaven.org.
Christopher'sHaven.org.
Listen, ChristopherHaven.org.
.org.
You're being very, very selfish.
But you can change that all right now.
You can change it.
I'm going to go home and get on the interweb and spend money on the silent auction just to show you we care. So that's it for me, for Steve Sweeney, for all the great people at Christopher
Yeah,
Joyce
how about
DeVault,
a round of applause
Katie,
for all of you?
Dominic,
Give yourselves a round
yeah,
of applause.
and for the and Carter, who's ringing
Don't
the bell
forget
tonight,
Carter rang the bell.
and Aiden, who's gonna ring that bell. That's
You
my
can
bell.
ring my bell.
I think that does it.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
That was so awesome. And a round of applause for Stephen and
You were fantastic. I don't want to say anything, but hello.
But,
All right, thank you.